Good morning, I'm Gerhard Mathangani with today's sports brief. The Auburn football team getting ready for a huge matchup this weekend. The 7th-ranked Tigers will travel to Athens to face number 4 Georgia. Now Auburn is coming off a solid second-half performance against Kentucky that led to their first win of the season. Meanwhile, the Bulldogs struggled a bit in the first half against Arkansas, but rallied to win their game. Head coach Gus Malzahn had a lot of high praise for the Bulldogs.
Looking at a team that's probably the most talented team overall in the SEC, very well coached. You look at them defensively, they're very sound. They make you earn stuff. They don't give up a whole lot of big plays, and they got most of their defensive back that I thought was excellent last year. And their defense coordinator does a great job, and obviously Kirby, has his hand on the defense and one of the best in the country. Offensively, their OC Todd Monken is a guy that's been successful in college. He's been successful in the NFL. So it's a good big task for us, but I will tell you this: our guys are extremely excited to be going there and playing Georgia.
This rivalry game is definitely unique, but it has a much different feeling this year, being the second game of the season instead of in November.
This year is so unique. I mean, it is what it is, and it feels exactly the same, as it would, in November. So we know how important it is. This game usually has a direct effect on the East and the West, and so it doesn't matter if we're playing today or November or March.
Tigers and Bulldogs square off Saturday night at 6:30 in Athens. Staying on the gridiron, Jacksonville State will play the first of its 4-game slate this weekend in Tallahassee. The Gamecocks will travel to Florida State to play the Seminoles. Head coach John Gross met the media for his game week press conference and says it is great to just finally get to this point.
We're very glad to finally be in the game week situation. Most unusual year. That's probably an understatement. To prepare for and get ready for. I mean, we've not treated it exactly like fall camp, but we've been practicing for a long time to get to this point. But we're so excited just to have a game. So difficult circumstances to prepare for. You don't have a game in September, and it's October before you play, and there's no blueprint of how you handle that and how you get ready. So we've done the very best we can do to prepare and under the situation that we've had, and not ever prepared for a team that's already played 2 games before we've played a game.
Now, Florida State is off to a rocky start. The Noles are 0-2 and most recently dropped a 52-10 contest at Miami. But the Gamecocks say they know this is still a very good program despite their recent struggles.
Right now, I'm going into the game, I'm telling my guys, don't look at that record. Right now, that's something that we can't do because being that they are Florida State, they're Power 5. So with that mindset, we got to go in and pretend like they're a Clemson. So, being that they're on 2, we can't look at that record. We just got to look at the game.
We're excited to be, going to play somebody else and see kind of where we are. And no better way to do that when dominant historical program of FSU and going and having that challenge to go in and play in them. And everybody's going to talk about, hey, well, they're 0-2, didn't look really good Saturday, but they're still Florida State. They still got Florida State talent, and so it's going to be. We got a work cut out for Saturday. I think they're still a well-coached team. It's this staff's first year there with no spring training, so I think they've been in some very difficult situations as well to get ready for this season, just like everybody else has. It's playing, but we're glad to be one of the FCS programs that are playing in the fall and look forward to Saturdays.
JSU and FSU square off from Doak Campbell Stadium Saturday at 3 o'clock on Fox Sports South. And finally, the Major League Baseball playoffs are off and running. A much different field this year around the parks. The American League wild card started with a chase for the championship. Tampa Bay Rays, Houston Astros, New York Yankees, and Chicago White Sox are the teams that picked up wins in Game 1. Meanwhile, the Atlanta Braves and others will be in action today. The 4 series in the National League will start today. The Atlanta Braves and Cincinnati Reds get everybody started. Their series begins at 11 a.m. on ESPN. The Marlins and Cubs at 1 p.m. The Cardinals and Padres start at 4. And the late game out west, the Dodgers hosting the Brewers at 9. And that's your sports brief for this morning. Our program returns next.